Hello, welcome in Cherubima. I'm inspired to do a pathway to loot reading and see what comes out on the airwaves. Now, loot can be anything. It can be spiritual revelations, but it's all about feeling good. It's all about getting to that timeline where everything converges and you've alchemized your way through focus and devotion into being where you want and feeling that bliss, right? So we're gonna get into it. If you're new here, I'm a human aerial for the divine, and I like to be as random and multi-dimensional as possible. And welcome. And if you're returning, mwah, Cherubima, good to see ya. Okay, I'm gonna zone in now. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for blessing and guiding this reading. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you to the higher selves of all the beings watching for giving me messages that we need on our pathway. I invite you in love to use me as a vessel for clear messages. Thank you in advance for your love and your guidance. Someone could have been doing their eyelashes recently because I just saw some lovely feathery fake eyelashes. They were quite feathery and dramatic, so they look kind of 1920s. So that could be a little reference for somebody. Okay. Yeah, someone could be getting the feathers out. It kind of looks like some sort of 1920s murder mystery do or something glamorous, something where you would have a feather in a headdress, pearls and you know, Art Deco. Okay, let me zone in. Let's get some oracles. A change in the wind. Okay, I'm getting a change in fortune. And I am getting this treasure hunting kind of vibe here. We've got higher power coming out. Sorry, E.T. Just going to have to move you back a bit, darling. Okay. A change in the wind and higher power with poised. So this feels like something you've been preparing for a long time, okay? I'm getting this feeling of something that you've had marked on your map for quite a long time. All that glitters on the bottom of the deck. Now, this doesn't mean fool's gold. It's such a symbolic card, this one, because you never know, right? It's almost like you want to know if something's real, something that you've craved and something you've been following. But let's get some cards for this. So I feel like there's some loot or something you want to achieve that you've wanted for a long time and you're on the verge of getting it here. You've been following a soul map. And I can feel this like almost like a burning in the heart center, not in a bad way, but like this light in the heart that you can just feel where you're supposed to go. Like you've been following this internal compass so well, and I feel like you're a very fervent person. I feel like you could keep a lot of your plans to yourself, but there's something of a detective in you or an explorer. This is like someone who's hungry for knowledge or hungry to achieve things for their own personal reasons, whether they be emotional or just tweaking the dream, you know, in the way they want. I feel like you've got a very ingrained vision, but maybe you don't know what this is exactly, but I feel like you're about to stumble upon it. Let's have a look. An adventurous soul I'm speaking to. You could have lived quite a few lifetimes where you did do things like archaeology or, you know, looking for tombs or exploring or pioneering somehow, branching out in new directions. Let's have a look. Show me. What's this loot all about? The world. Wow. Completion of some variety. I feel like you've been very patient. You could be quite a quiet person, but I do feel like there's this world you have inside you that you don't really share with anyone. You know, there's a word for that. There's a Japanese phrase for the part of ourselves that we never share with anyone, right? And I feel like you're someone who's very comfortable there. You feel good in, you know, your own, it's almost like an academic world or a world of discovery. You know, there's something, I'm hearing botanist, so it's almost like you collect certain energies, or maybe you are a botanist, but there's something very organized about your soul is what I would say here. And we've got the Empress card, so this is big dreaming with the Empress in the world, and we've got the Three of Wands here. So I feel like, you know, the loot that you're after does involve being freed from achieving it, if that makes sense. Sometimes we just want to achieve something so we can get in a certain position and feel complete, at least for the first stage of our journey. And I feel like that's what's happening here. 3, 2, 1. We've got number 3 on the Empress card and 21 on the World card. So I'm getting a countdown to this completion with the World card. This means you've been through all the steps of the major arcana when it comes to following your own guidance. And I feel like for you, this is natural. I feel like you started off on a pathway where you could always feel your guidance. This is kind of like the energy that I was getting from that feeling in the heart where you just knew what you were following. It's an energy you've been following your whole life. I feel you've been aware of who you are. Of course, that sounds like an obvious thing to say, but you've been aware of your inner world your whole life. And not everyone on this planet can say that, right? So yeah, they're telling me you are at an initiate stage of consciousness. So you've been researching and discovering things a long, long time. They're giving me this kind of Tintin energy. I'm seeing someone in shorts and boots, almost like a safari outfit or a jungle outfit. So you could have that real beautiful urge to explore. And maybe that's why this is coming up so powerfully with the Three of Wands, because I feel like there's something for you to complete here with the World. But I also feel like this completion, and they're telling me to show you this Six of Wands on the bottom of the deck, which I don't always do, but they want me to show you that. This completion of some long-standing goal or state of self or position. I feel like you want to get into a certain position that then frees you up to do more stuff and expand in new ways. Because the Empress, that's really, you know, living your own heaven on earth with the higher power on the table. I feel like they want to give you some credit here for always following your own internal compass, because that's really what tarot is all about. And I feel like, you know, they're showing me stone steps, like you were taking the steps up the pyramid of the major arcana your whole life. And that's what the World card represents. That completion, you know, going through the whole cycle, and then you get the results of that. You know, everyone talks about completing a cycle, but to what end? Well, to manifest, if we've gone through the cycle correctly and followed our own compass of the heart, then it should result in us seeing a shift in our world. Hence the World card, right? With the Empress right here and a change in the wind, it looks like you're completely ready for a complete shift in your world. You could be seeing the number 22 a lot, or they're telling me combinations like 2102. Okay, not just like the 111 and the 1111, but you could be seeing like 0110, 2211, stuff like that quite a lot here, because we've got 3211 right here. This is something very beautiful that's going to be a big shift, I feel, with a change in the wind and these energies of being so succinct in your personal alchemy. I feel like this, and again, they're giving me like tomb references here. You know when they move a wall in a movie, a big old heavy wall, or they crank something and they turn it and it shifts and something slots into place? That's what I'm getting with this World card right here. This will be something you love, because the Empress gets what she wants. The Empress is the conjurer of heaven on earth. She's the one who maintains the frequency, the yin realm, divine frequency of heaven on earth. And what they're telling me is, you know, no dream is too big for the ether, for the higher powers to fulfill. They love it when we dream big, and they love it when we see ourselves in our purity, the purity of our sovereign divinity, and know that whatever we can imagine, no matter how big or how grand or how beautiful, it's easy for them to conjure it up. And the more of us that get imaginative and we dream big, and, you know, we think new thoughts that have never been thought before, the more of these energies flow non-physically. And we're all psychically connected backstage. All of our higher selves are kind of like psychically connected, you know. So, you know, I feel like you've had some big dreams that have got the cogs turning. I'm saying this for a reason. This should resonate with somebody. And, you know, the mechanisms of the universe are really working in your favor here. Show me the Empress. Knight of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. Show me one. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles here. So I feel like there's going to be a shift up in what you're attracting in. Most definitely. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles is another card of heaven on earth here. And this, to me, I'm getting the energy of a change up in what you pull in, because you're going to be elevated to Empress positioning here. You're poised and you're ready, and she's on a pedestal. She's on a beautiful column. One of the most divine relics you could ever find, a beautiful column. I've got a thing for architecture and columns, and This is stability. This is you being so ready. You've built this column of the soul, right? This is you. This is your backbone. This is your spirit. This is your chakra systems being solid in divinity on an etheric level, at least. You know, this is you having done the spiritual work with the World card. And I feel like there's going to be a huge shift, or maybe you're hoping for a shift in what you attract in a partnership, for example, with the Knight of Cups. And it seems like that is inevitable. I feel like it's all smooth sailing from here because you've done it. Empress, Nine of Pentacles. This is what's coming in. And you're going to have so much more freedom to move within the dream. You're going to be able to go where you want. You're going to be able to do what you want. The Empress must have currency to maintain the heaven on earth. And like I say, you get rewarded when you go through these steps. And we're all unique, right? We're not robots. We're not going through the 22 whatever steps of the major arcana. 21 really, because the Fool, you know, whatever. We're not going through this for nothing, right? We're going through it to offer what we offer to the universe, step by step. Every move we make alchemically, we're offering energy, either beautiful energy with beautiful intent behind it, or something else, right? And we're all unique in what we conjure up when we go through the steps up the pyramid, right? And I will stick to like 22 steps because instinctively on an ancient level, the number 22 just feels right, you know, it just feels good. I'm going to stick to that occultistically, but you've cooked up something good when you went through the steps. Some people start off the steps, they activate the initiate side of them, and then they mess it up, or they get confused, or they get dragged back into mainstream thinking. You've actually done it right. And I mean, look at you, standing on one foot, balanced, zen. You've collated so much stuff in other lives with your diligence, I'm getting, your intellect, your diligence, your organization. That this is just beautiful. Yeah, star card energy here. 3 of Wands. So this is real mastery, real achievement. One at a time. 2 of Wands. 7 of Swords. I feel like you're trying to avoid energies in the past that have messed with you. We've got the Empress again here, the Hanged Man, and the 7 of Swords, 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Mastering your achievements here, and I don't know what that means to you, but whatever you've kind of dreamed of. Oh, look at this, Empress on the bottom of the deck and the Empress. It's like a triple Empress reading here. Someone really doing things in their own personal unique way, in a beautiful way. Strength energy here. You've handled your steps very well in your own unique way is what I'm getting. And that's why you're poised here. They're celebrating you non-physically. This is conjuring a lot of energy. There's something about you that is conjuring a lot of energy, because they were having me speak about when people think differently, when people have big thoughts, big dreams, it sets things going non-physically. And we do need teamwork for this. So the more badasses, the better, right? That's kind of how I feel. I feel like, you know, we kind of have a bit of a contrast nowadays between the free thinkers, who everyone's trying to shut up, right? And the people who just want to go along with the herd, It's so clear and evident nowadays. And I feel like you're definitely an independent thinker, someone who is naturally independent. You don't have to think about separating yourself out from people and having your own unique inner world. I feel like this was always something that was just natural to you, right? There's more energies here with the Hanged Man of something shifting. And again, with the 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, I feel like this is really going to shift you out of any shady offerings, and it's going to pull you into good offers from the heart with the Knight of Cups, you know, things that are devoted, things that are genuine. I'm hearing smooth operator, right? Sade, smooth operator. I've got the 5 of Swords here. So I feel like this is more mental conflict than anything, because there's a certain amount of sorrow on this card, I feel. I'm getting this could be a conflict of thought, a sorrow that your mind has to go through as it sheds the old skin and gets renewed and reborn. So I feel like you could have, you know, a bit of that going on, you know, just musing over old things. You might have a night where you put on some songs and you're kind of purging some energies. You're maybe crying along to a beautiful song that you love, something that evokes sort of emotion. I'm kind of getting that energy of there having to be a purging of the old thought pathways here. And, you know, the animal nature, or the part of us that wants to stay in the same energy, can put up a bit of a fight. And I'm getting, you know, you're going to go through that pretty smoothly, but you are going to have to process that. So I think they're bringing that up just so you feel comfortable with that. Because often when we're on the verge here with the poise card, we're on the verge of something really big and beautiful happening. It's almost like our subconscious mind or our spirit wants to get rid of anything that is incompatible with that new reality. So that's what I'm getting with this 5 of Swords over here. This is like a mind thing. This is like a pathway your mind's going to walk here. We've got the Lovers, which is very interesting. 5 of Wands with the Lovers. Show me one more. The Chariot energy here. I'm getting a kind of fight for this love kind of energy. It's almost like, it's funny, it's like the love you give yourself is giving to the other, is the kind of energy I'm getting here. Giving yourself love is loving the other in advance. This is coming through quite cryptic here. Show me one more. 5 of Wands with the Chariot. The World again. So it may have been a battle for you to take the pathway of the heart, because we've got this balance here between the 5 of Swords, which can be overthinking and being in your mind, and then the 5 of Wands, which what I'm getting here is you using that mental energy to propel you forward on your pathway. This is separate to what they were telling me about that thing with purging the emotions. This is coming through as a completely different message. So I feel like you've been really impassioned, and with the 3 of Wands, 2 of Wands over here, I feel like this new pathway, once you come through this door, you shed that old skin, there's going to be so much more fire here. And we've got the World card again with this Chariot. So yeah, a little bit of purging. Let's get one more for the Lovers, because I feel like this is you choosing, or more like transforming your mind, because the Lovers is all about that transmutation in the mind, the dual nature of our being with that Gemini energy. And it's kind of really called the twins. The Lovers essentially in mythology are twins when you get really ancient about it. So this is about harmonizing those different aspects of the self and moving forward on that heartful pathway. And I see you doing this beautifully with the Chariot and the World. Just more of a nod to your accolades and the way you've handled this life's journey of yours. This is beautiful. Let's have a look into the 3 of Wands. Ace of Swords. So yeah, I am getting a lot of freedom with this. And again, the sword is like a column. It's like pinpointing the life you want, being victorious, knowing you've got the power now to control reality and to cut both ways, right? With the Ace of Swords, I'm getting this energy of sharpening everything up in your reality, being able to be more refined. Like the point of the sword represents refining our mind's vision, because the more refined we get, like the Empress, the more fussy we get, the more we raise our vibration, the more artistic we are, the more selective we are, or the more we get to know ourselves, I would say. When it comes to refinement, it's all about getting to know yourself and making the most of the time you have on earth by wanting to spend it doing the most beautiful things in the beautiful way, orchestrating those things into your reality and refining the way you focus, or the things you eat, or, you know, getting maximum pleasure from every moment, right? And there's a lot that goes into that, but I feel like there could be a really clear direction for you, because we've got this 2 of Wands, this card of planning, and the 3 of Wands, knowing, you know, where to put your energy, but also I'm getting patience with this. So you could be making long-term investments or seeing things in a long-term kind of way. Let's get more for this Hanged Man with the Empress, 7 of Swords energy, 4 of Wands energy. So there's a shift up here with the Hanged Man, a turnaround in what you're attracting. Knight of Cups energy. So this is divine. This is you being on the frequency of attracting in a really beautiful partner who is also, you know, devoted to a certain sense of truth and justice and purity and spirituality in their own way. And, you know, I find some of the most beautifully spiritual people are people who would never think of themselves as spiritual. So there's something about a beautiful soul, or attracting in a beautiful soul, or being on that gorgeous frequency. if that's something you're looking for. But the Four of Wands is also just about feeling at home in the self and having reached that place of stability in the spirit. It's almost like the castle of the soul being lit up, you know, like the temple having its flame lit up and maintained, you know, like it's a very mythological energy with the Four of Wands and what they're giving me right now for you. So it's almost like switching the lamp on in your inner world and knowing that that lamp is going to last forever. Six of Cups energy here. Yeah, the eternal flame they're giving me. Ten of Swords, Six of Cups, and Judgment. Judgment. I feel like you're transforming. Show me, give me one confirmation for this Ten of Swords. Six of Swords. Yeah, I was going to say, can you confirm for me what I'm getting through about this? Because you're transforming it here with Judgment. Judgment is a complete transformation of the spirit. And on this card, we've got the Angel and the Devil. Okay, so you could say it's angel here, devil here. You're transforming out of that. And I've got this confirmation with the Six of Swords that you're moving away from that frequency of Ten of Swords repetition. And you've transformed on a divine level to a Four of Wands frequency. And they're showing me banners lifted up. Like this is literally the state of your soul being really activated in the divine way it's supposed to be. And it really means something. You're going to be walking around with new energy. You're going to be attracting in differently in a really beautiful way. And I feel like this is something you've worked for and wished for. We've got the Nine of Cups here. Wish fulfillment. This is certainly a very, very magical reading. Let's get some of these Loot Lounge cards. Loyal ones only from now on. Beautiful ones with beautiful hearts who recognize you as who you truly are. Truth revealed with the Ten of Swords energy. So Ten of Spades, I feel like you've learned so much from anyone who, you know, gave you that kind of sense of Ten of Swords energy, and you've just had your head on your shoulders really well. I feel like you're a very practical person. Clarity point. Yep, you've taken your clarity and refocused. Your alignment is superb. I'm getting the most superb alignment. And there we go. There's the emotional security here. And just what I was saying, this portal of love. Okay, so that just means that you're going to be on a really high frequency and the things you want are going to float into your reality in a really natural and beautiful way. So let's get some animal cards and we'll finish this up. This is certainly going to be confirmation for somebody that something or the reality they've dreamed of that's coming to fruition quickly. Okay, Bat and the Hawk. And again, there's this contrast here. The moon, this hawk looks like it's flying in the sun, seeing things from a very elevated position, knowing when to strike, because that's what I'm getting here, that you've got beautiful plans and you've been waiting to be able to integrate these bigger plans for quite some time now. And I'm getting the universe is going to reward you justly. They're saying justly, but giving me the energy of like, yeah, loot. You've been so loyal to the divine, to the higher powers, you're getting that loot. Oh, I love it. I love it. But they're saying it's just. It's what you deserve. It's pure justice, right? Bat energy here. And I feel like you could have major plans that you're keeping hidden. And there's lots of power in this energy here with this bat energy. Maybe you work at night, or maybe you've just got this yin realm connection where you, lots of beautiful plans. Again, that inner world is so well built in you, and a lot of people don't even build their own inner world. So I say this stuff and I hope people realize this is real shit, you know, like the inner world is so important. Bear energy. Yeah, something's going to be released, but you could have felt like you've had to keep this locked up in hibernation for a long, long time. This portal of love is going to give you so much power. Tigress energy, tiger energy to finish off with. Again, nocturnal. Okay, so something about the darkness and the nighttime that could be powerful for you. Ten of Cups over here. Living the dream, creating the dream, using and harnessing your beautiful Empress power, male or female. This is it, baby. Six of Swords. Look at this. Six of Swords right onto the Nine of Cups. So I'm going to leave it there. I really hope you've liked this reading. Lots of love.